he replaces the mule. He takes a camel and goes on Jabal Abi Qubais. Jabal Abi Qubais is the mountain overlooking the valley of Mecca. He says, next thing you know, this guy gets off the camel and throws and pushes a rock. The rock deteriorates in so many pieces. And it's like a meteor starts throwing a piece of rock at every home in Mecca. And she tells this to Quraysh. Who hears about this? Abu Jahl. Abu Jahl comes to Al-Abbas ibn Abd al-Muttalib. He says, Ya Abbas, it is enough that your men, تَتَنَبَّأْ رِجَالُكُمْ. تَتَنَبَّأْ رِجَالُكُمْ, meaning your men now are claiming prophecy. Nubuwa yani. حَتَّى تَتَنَبَّأْ نِسَاءُ. Even your females now are doing it. I'm going to give you 3 days and see what happens. If nothing happens, we're going to make next to Al-Mu'allaqat al-Sab'a, we're going to write that Banu Hashim are habitual liars. They're making up stuff. And surely enough, on the 3rd day, when the dream was not interpreted yet, comes this man by the name of Ibn Amru. He stands in the middle of of Quraysh, and he takes his clothes off, hits himself. He says, Ya Ma'shara Quraysh, al-Latima, al-Latima. Everybody rushes. What's going on? Muhammad is confiscating Rihlat al-Shita. Muhammad is confiscating the route of the winter coming from Syria. What happened? Our money is there. Meaning, if anything happens to this caravan, Quraysh will be affected, positive or negative. Everybody has this money in this caravan. This is how they used to live. This was their financial means. They can't take out loans over there. They have no social security numbers. This is the way they did it. Quraysh jumps in. What do? Let's start grabbing everybody, whoever has a horse. They made a theatrical play. The emotions were rising up high. Muhammad is trying to confiscate. It is enough what he caused in Mecca for 13 years. He's causing everything. Let's bring everybody around. Do you have a horse? Give me your horse. Do you have a sword? Give me your sword. They gathered up all the artillery. Abu Jahl was standing there with dollars in his pocket. You don't have a sword? Here, buy a sword. You don't have a horse? Here, buy a horse. We're going to finish Muhammad once and for all. Muhammad has caused us too much agony. He is to be annihilated. Al-Latima, Al-Latima. We're going to save not only our money, we will also save our pride. They're going to say Muhammad dared attack who? He dared attack a caravan that belonged to the one and only Quraysh. That will not make us look good. Their zip code was 48126. You got to keep their image. They gather up and they chase after the caravan. They gather about 1,300. Abu Sufyan, the leader of the caravan, was slick enough when he found out. He took the scenic route through the waters. So the people chasing him couldn't find him. When he was away, he sent another messenger. They met at the Juhfa, the messenger. He says, don't worry. Abu Sufyan sends you a message telling you the caravan is safe. Run, don't worry. We're not gonna have a war. Everybody says, oh, no problem. Let's get out of here. Abu Jahl stands up and says, no. حتى نرد المدينة, until we arrive in Medina. ونذبح الجزور, we're going to sacrifice the camels. وتعزف لنا القيان, we're going to bring the female singers. And after we win the war, they're going to start dancing and singing for us. In today's world, you don't need to win a war for them to dance and sing. حتى تعزف لنا القيان. Abu Jahl, لا. Okay. On their way. The trip between Mecca and Medina is 13 days. Muhammad's people that were following arrived at a place called Badr. It was 3 days away from Medina. How many more days to Mecca? 10. Muhammad learns that these people are coming to save the caravan. He gathers up his people. He wants to be the leader that he is. He tells his people, I need your advice. Quraysh, this is 1, 2, and 3 happened. All we were doing, we're trying to set out to bring our money back. Plus, we want to show that there's another force to be reckoned with other than Quraysh, and that is the force of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. We need to set the boundaries for people to come 1400 years later, for those sitting down in Greenfield Manor to realize what me, Muhammad, have done for these individuals. We need to do something. What do you say? The first person gets up, says, Ya Rasulallah, innaha Quraysh. It is Quraysh. It is Quraysh. It is Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashab al-fil. It is li ilafi Quraysh. It is قريش وخيلائها ما ذلت منذ أن عزت. Ever since that Quraysh received its honor, it never went back. Muhammad, we can't handle Quraysh. ما عزت ما ذلت منذ أن عزت. إنها قريش. And another person, same thing, bringing down the morale of the Muslims. Al-Miqdad gets up. He says, Ya Rasulallah, لن نقول لك كما قالت اليهود لموسى. We will not say unto you what the Jews said unto Moses. What did they say? They said unto Moses, when Moses says, let's go to war, they said to him, اذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنها هنا قاعدون. You go fight, you and your Lord. We're sitting right here. Muhammad, we will not say that unto you, but we will say, اذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنا معكم مقاتلون. We are fighting with you. Just give us the okay, they go ahead, and we are on our way. Muhammad thanked Al-Miqdad. He says, Ya Quraysh, Ya Ma'ashar al-Muslimin, ma ra'yukum? What do you think? They already gave them what they thought. The Muslims were split back then. Muhajirin, the migrators that went from Mecca to Medina, are called the migrators, Muhajirin. The people in Mecca arriving them are called what? Al-Ansar, the helpers, right? When Muhammad reiterated his questions, he said, what do you think? And they already gave him the answer. One of the Ansar, Sa'd ibn Ma'ad, says, كَأَنَّكَ تُرِيدُنَا يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. As if you're trying to ask for our opinion. See, you and the migrators came from Mecca. You know you're from the same village. You know you can speak on their behalf, although they were split. But you want us. Muhammad, as we recall, we paid allegiance to you. Muhammad says, yes, you did pay allegiance. And the allegiance that you paid is that you will protect me the way you protect your women and children inside Medina, not outside. This war is going to take place outside Medina. I'm very careful to the details of what you paid allegiance to. I will not force you to leave Medina, nor do I wish harm upon the city that hosted me. Sa'd ibn Ma'az says, Ya Rasulullah, inna ma'akum muqatilun. We are with you. We're going to protect you. Here comes the Quranic verse. It says, كَمَا أَخْرَجَكَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ بَيْتِكَ بِالْحَقِّ. Allah caused you to leave from your home in Medina بالحق. شو يعني بالحق? You had the right. Why? What were you asking for? You were asking for your own right, for the money that you left. كَمَا أَخْرَجَكَ رَبُّكَ بِالْحَقِّ وَإِنَّ فَرِيقًا مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ لَكَارِهُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala causes these individuals to be what? To be recognized in front of everybody. You were the people that didn't like it. وَإِنَّ فَرِيقًا مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ لَكَارِهُونَ. Bunch of these believers with you, Ya Muhammad, they hate the fact that they're going out to war. Why? Allah is speaking about what? About the weakness